Have you ever found yourself face to face with a defender and suddenly your brain goes into overdrive? You know what you want to do, but when the moment comes, your body just doesn't seem to respond. You hesitate, overthink, and before you know it, the chance is gone. You're not alone. Every player has been there. Whether it's trying to take on a defender, navigating tight spaces, or just trying to control the ball while under pressure. You might have all the skills, but sometimes it feels like something's blocking you from using them naturally. What if I told you the key to becoming a more confident dribbler isn't in endless drills or trying to memorize fancy tricks? It's in trusting your instincts. That's right. By the end of this video, you'll discover how to dribble like you've never thought about it before, naturally, effortlessly, and instinctively. Ready to unlock that flow? Let's dive into it. Here's the thing. Traditional drills, while useful, don't always prepare you for what happens in a real game. You've probably spent hours doing cones, zigzags, and perfecting that one move, but when you face a defender in a match, it's a whole different ballgame. In those moments, the pressure is on, the crowd is watching, and your brain starts racing. All that training goes out the window as you freeze up. I've been there, trust me. You step up for a one-on-one with the defender, and suddenly, you forget everything you've learned. You want to make that move, but the more you think about it, the more your body just doesn't react. You hesitate, you second-guess yourself, and boom, the defender's right on top of you, or even worse, the ball's already been stolen. That feeling, it's crushing. What happens in these moments is simple. Traditional drills often focus on perfect execution, and while that's important, it can lead to players overanalyzing each situation when it counts. Your mind is trying to control every little movement, and guess what? Football's not meant to be controlled that way. The game is fast, unpredictable, and full of split-second decisions. So, while doing 100 repetitions of a certain trick might look good in training, it doesn't help you react naturally when you're on the pitch. It creates hesitation, it creates doubt, and it stops you from playing with freedom. This is where the magic of instinctive dribbling comes in. It's not about overthinking, it's about trusting your body to do what it's been trained to do. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to unlock that instinct. No more freezing up, no more hesitation, just smooth, fluid dribbling that feels like second nature. Now, let's talk about the solution, the key to breaking free from hesitation and overthinking. It's all about dribbling with instinct. What does that mean? It's simple. It means getting out of your head and letting your body take over. It's about playing with the freedom of knowing exactly where the ball is, what the defender is doing, and how to react without thinking. Imagine this. When you watch the pros, players like Messi, Neymar, or Hazard, you'll notice something incredible. It looks like they're not even trying. They glide past defenders with ease, as if the ball is an extension of their body, moving naturally with each step. There's no pause, no hesitation. They just know what to do. This kind of instinctive play doesn't happen overnight, and it's not about mastering one skill or trick. It's about training your mind and body to be in sync, to respond to situations in the moment without overthinking. And here's the best part. This kind of dribbling can be learned. It's not some mystical talent that only the best players are born with. It's a skill you can develop with the right approach. If you want to start dribbling instinctively, the first technique you need to master is small-sided games. Now you might be thinking, what's so special about these games? Well, let me tell you, small-sided games are game changers when it comes to developing your dribbling instincts. Small-sided games are exactly what they sound like. Reduced teams on smaller fields. Instead of the usual 11v11, you might play 3v3, 4v4, or even 5v5. These games simulate the chaos and pressure of a real match, but in a more controlled, manageable setting. And let me tell you, this is where you'll truly start to sharpen your instincts. In small-sided games, there's no hiding. The field is tight, the defenders are right on top of you, and you have to make split-second decisions with the ball. These conditions force you to think less and react more, which is exactly what you need to develop your dribbling instincts. When you're constantly in tight spaces, with limited time and fewer teammates, you quickly learn how to make decisions without overthinking. You'll stop hesitating and start reacting. One of the main benefits of small-sided games is that they improve your awareness. With fewer players on the field, you can't afford to be distracted. You'll have to keep your head up, scan the field, and know exactly where your teammates and opponents are at all times. This heightened awareness is crucial for dribbling, especially when you're surrounded by defenders. You'll start to sense where to go next and when to make that quick move. So how do you get the most out of small-sided games? Here are a few tips. Limit your touches. In these games, the less you touch the ball, the better. Try to use just 1 or 2 touches to control and pass the ball. The quicker you move it, the more space you'll create for yourself. This helps you get out of tight spots and forces you to think fast. Stay aware of your surroundings. Always have your head up, scanning for options. Look for the next move before you even get the ball. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Small-sided games are a perfect opportunity to strengthen your weaker foot. Don't just rely on your dominant foot. Use the weaker one as often as possible. It might feel awkward at first, but over time, it will build your confidence and improve your overall game. Let's say you're playing a 4v4 game and you're stuck in a corner with 2 defenders closing in. Instead of panicking or trying to make the perfect move, you quickly assess the situation. You see an opening and use a quick fake to one side, then shift the ball with your weak foot to break free. You didn't overthink it, you just reacted. That's the power of small-sided games. By regularly playing these types of games, you'll stop thinking about your dribbling and start reacting naturally to what's happening around you. It's not about executing the perfect move, it's about feeling the game and trusting your instincts. So get out there, play small-sided games, and watch how your dribbling improves when you stop trying so hard and start reacting on instinct. Now, let's dive into the second technique that will transform your dribbling: repetition and free-flowing practice. If small-sided games teach you to react in tight spaces, repetition helps you build the muscle memory needed to make those decisions without thinking. The goal is to practice until your movements feel automatic, like second nature, so that you can dribble without hesitation when it matters most. But here's the thing, not all repetition is created equal. Rigid, repetitive drills, like slaloming through cones, are useful for developing basic skills, but they often lack the unpredictability of real game situations. They're predictable, controlled, and don't simulate the chaos of facing an actual defender. This is where free-flowing practice comes in. In free-flowing practice, you set up scenarios that force you to think on your feet and adapt quickly. For example, instead of just weaving through a straight line of cones, try setting up random obstacles or players who act as defenders. This way, you're not just practicing one move, you're practicing reacting to the unexpected. The key is to make your practice sessions as close to real game conditions as possible. Imagine you're dribbling down the field and a defender suddenly steps in front of you. What do? Freeze up or make a quick decision? Repetition under pressure helps you answer that question instinctively. By repeatedly practicing under game-like conditions, you train your brain and body to make decisions automatically. You stop overthinking, and instead your body reacts because you've practiced it so many times. Here's how to make your free-flowing practice even more effective. Set up random obstacles. Instead of just using cones in a straight line, set them up in unpredictable patterns. Add some defenders or teammates who act like defenders to force you to make split-second decisions. This will help you adapt to different situations that could happen in a game. Use different ball sizes. To improve your ball control in varying situations, practice with different ball sizes and surfaces. Use a smaller ball, a larger ball, or even a tennis ball to develop more precision and adaptability. Switching up surfaces, grass, turf, indoor courts, will also force you to adjust your technique, making you more versatile in different conditions. Practice under time pressure. Set a timer and challenge yourself to dribble through an obstacle course in a limited time. This simulates real game pressure, where you need to make decisions quickly and efficiently. As you get better, reduce the time to increase the pressure. By practicing this way, repetition becomes more than just mindless repetition. It becomes a way to adapt to the game. The more you expose yourself to unpredictable, game-like scenarios, the faster and more confident your decision-making will become. The result? When you face a defender in a match, your body will automatically know what to do, and you won't have to think about it. Dribbling with instinct will become second nature, just like breathing. Now, let's talk about something that can make or break your dribbling: confidence. When it comes to dribbling with instinct, confidence is everything. Without it, you'll find yourself second-guessing every move, hesitating in crucial moments, and ultimately overthinking your dribbles. And here's the thing. Overthinking is the enemy of instinct. So, how do we build that confidence and stop the fear from holding us back? A big part of this is fear of failure. Maybe you're scared to lose the ball or make a mistake in front of others. Maybe you've failed before, and that fear is stopping you from taking risks. But here's a truth that might help. Failure isn't the enemy. Hesitation is. When you hesitate, you freeze. You become predictable and easy to defend against. But when you embrace failure as part of the learning process, you stop worrying about it. In fact, the more you fail, the better you get. Every mistake is a lesson learned. It's also easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others, especially when you see players who seem to dribble effortlessly. But here's the thing, every player is on their own journey. Instead of focusing on perfection, focus on growth. Celebrate the small wins. Maybe you took on a defender and didn't lose the ball this time. That's a victory. Maybe you used your weaker foot to make a quick move. That's progress. Here's some advice. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations. The more you challenge yourself, the more confident you'll become. It's uncomfortable at first, practicing in pressure situations or trying new moves. But that's how you grow. Over time, those uncomfortable situations will feel more natural and you'll gain the confidence to trust your instincts. And remember, consistency is key. Confidence comes from putting in the reps, time after time. So, whether it's through free-flowing practice or small-sided games, keep pushing. The more you practice, the more your confidence will grow. And soon, you'll be dribbling with the kind of instinct that feels effortless. Just keep going. Every little step forward counts. Alright, let's quickly recap what we've covered today. To dribble with instinct, you need to immerse yourself in small-sided games to make decisions under pressure. Practice repetition in game-like conditions to develop muscle memory, and build confidence by embracing failure and trusting your growth. These are the key elements that will help you stop overthinking and start playing like a pro, without hesitation, and with complete control over the ball. But remember, improvement takes time. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. Keep practicing, put yourself in challenging situations, and watch how your instincts grow. Trust the process. With every small victory, your confidence will soar, and soon dribbling will feel completely natural. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and start putting these techniques into practice. The more you do, the better you'll become. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below and let me know your playing position. Let's talk about how these techniques can help you specifically. Together, we can all improve our skills and unlock our full potential. Keep dribbling, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. You've got this.